What's going on, everybody? Get the Raging Rob here. I got great fucking news. Karma has hit some of these Democrats in the asshole. Rashida Tlaib and Ilham Omar have been banned from entering the country of Israel. Let me repeat that. Karma has got to Rashida Tlaib. That's right. If you don't like it, you can leave. To Rashida Tlaib and Ilham Omar, they've been banned from entering the country of Israel on request of my president Donald Trump, because they can't keep their fucking mouths closed about Jews, about the Israeli people, about the nation of Israel. Well, I'm sorry, when you run your fucking mouth about a country, you might get banned from that country. The same thing happened to Steven Anderson, banned from 32 countries. It's a privilege to go to another country. It's not a right. Liberals on Twitter are crying their eyes out in their tweets. They can't do this. They're members of Congress. Yeah, they're an American. They can be banned from any country if that country doesn't have an obligation to allow somebody in their country, especially when they're posing a threat to that country or talking bad about their people. Okay. If an Islamic terrorist was in another country talking bad about Americans, that would obviously pose a significant threat to our country. You know what we're going to do? We're going to say, well, you're not welcome here. I got banned from Canada. That was my fault. I fucked up. I take responsibilities for my actions. Rashida Tlaib and Ilham Omar, they need to take responsibilities for their actions. They shot their mouths off. Look where it got them. So I salute Benjamin Netanyahu and my president Donald Trump for banning them from. Well, Trump doesn't have the authority to ban them from Israel, but President, Benjamin Netanyahu does. Say, hey, that is what it is, right? Well, the congresswomen, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When I go to the Philippines once a year, they have no obligation to allow me into the country. If they deem me a threat, if they deem that I'm going to do bad things there, they have a right to ban me from the country. Okay? When I do get my own house one day, it's just like, well, I own my own truck. You know? My house. Just to say my house. I invite somebody over to my house. You invite somebody over to your house. You don't have an obligation to allow them in. If they're a threat to your house, you're not going to allow them in. If they're talking bad about you, why would I allow them into my house? Well, it's the same thing. Why would Israel allow them into their house, into their home, into their country, if they're talking all that shit about their people? I mean, it's common sense to ban them. Why do you fucking liberals have a problem with that? You liberals have a problem with anything Donald Trump does. You liberals have a problem with it's just, God. Anything that goes against the squad. The squad. Who gives a shit about the squad? Okay? I hope that, there's that one guy that wants to run against Ilham Omar in Minnesota. She's up for a re-election in 2020. I hope he gets it. There's that one girl that wants to run against her too. I hope she gets it. That young girl who has got the tats and she's kind of redneckish. She wants to take her seat. Now, allegedly, she was arrested for felony theft. I don't know. I don't care. I want Ilham Omar out of there. So, Rashida Tlaib, Michigan. I want her out of there. They should both be impeached. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez should be impeached for being stupid. You should have to pass a mental test, and you must have an IQ of at least 100, or at least of 80, when you run for Congress. Her IQ is like 32, so she fails miserably. My IQ is 180. I'm just good like that. But anyway, great fucking news. Good story for a change. got some, all that negativity that I put on YouTube. This is some positivity for once. It is. Some positive things are happening in this world.